A scary scene in Mill Creek Township. Two vehicles charred and melted after catching fire. And the United States now has more than 145,000 deaths due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Two sunny weather states have the highest number of cases.
Eerie Equal members tell us ways they hope to create a change within the community. This coming after the Back the Blue rally on Saturday.
Live in high definition from your news leader, this is 1024 Action News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Brian Wilk. Demonstrators with Eerie Equal are speaking out. This following the Back the Blue pro-police rally that was Saturday in Northeast. It's continuing coverage tonight at 11. Star Bodie joins us now in the newsroom with more on Eerie Equal members' reaction and how they plan to end police brutality. Star?
Hi, Brian. The Back the Blue rally is in support of law enforcement. Now, members of Eerie Equal tell us they also want to support one another and better the community. More than 200 people gathered at the Back the Blue rally to show their support for local and national police force. The co-founder of Eerie Equal tells us this is a way for people to also express their opinions.
I'm not too upset with the Back the Blue rally that they held yesterday because that would make me be contradicting myself. Everybody's entitled to hold their own demonstrations and things of that nature.
This rally comes after the recent calls to defund police departments. Rosado, among other Eerie Equal demonstrators, say work still needs to be done.
We don't want the entire police force just to be abolished right here in Erie, Pennsylvania. We just simply want real reform, and we want to see them take those steps that are necessary to reaching out to the community.
Members say that change starts with people taking action by taking initiative and helping implement growth within the community.
We've been really focused on lately is trying to do things and organize events to build up our own community first.
Moving forward,
it needs to change, and it needs to start now.
Now, Eerie Equal will also continue its demonstrations every Sunday, and now every Wednesday they will have outreach days, and those days will consist of residents coming together and working together to better the community in inner city areas. Brian?
Star, thank you. And it was a busy afternoon for fire crews as multiple vehicles caught fire in Mill Creek. This story is new tonight at 11. As you can see, two vehicles were fully engulfed in flames when crews arrived at the 2000 block of Interchange Road, which is right by the Mill Creek Mall. Perry Highway and Kearsarge Fire Department were dispatched to the call. Now, according to officials on scene, there were no injuries reported, and Mill Creek police are investigating what caused the fire. And more than 145,000 Americans have now died from COVID-19. The country seeing 5 days in a row of more than 1,000 deaths per day. California and Florida are the states with the highest number of cases. Here's ABC's Stephanie Ramos with the story.
For the fifth straight day in the U.S., more than 1,000 people have died from COVID-19 daily, according to the COVID Tracking Project. The number of cases of the virus on the rise in 37 states, Puerto Rico and Washington, D.C. Dr. Deborah Burks spoke with our Columbus station WSYX with some advice on how to slow the spread.
We're asking them not to go to bars. We're asking them to wash their hands and to not social gather with large groups of people.
California with most cases of the virus.
Our objective is to kill this virus. A shelter in place, as difficult as it will be, is the medicine we need to take.
Florida surpassing New York, becoming the state with the second highest number of coronavirus cases. But business leaders in the Sunshine State are still looking for ways to get bars and restaurants reopened.
Florida is still very much a global hotspot, but it is many, many weeks away from getting to a point where it can even think about bars. If they open up bars now, they're basically saying goodbye to schools for all of the fall.
Those in the medical field also feeling the strain. Shortages of healthcare workers are being reported nationwide.
We are incentivizing them with dollars, but at some point it doesn't matter how much you pay a person to work. They just can't physically do it anymore.
With millions of Americans out of work due to the pandemic, many relying on the $600 a week federal unemployment assistance, a benefit set to expire this week.
A lot of people got more money staying at home than they would going back to work, and so the president's been very clear. Our Republican senators have been very clear. We're not going to extend that provision.
But Democratic Senator Chuck Schumer says those unemployment checks have helped the economy.
Unemployment insurance has prevented the recession from turning into the Great Depression. Leader McConnell has refused to put a bill together and put it on the floor of the Senate. We need him to act now.
Stephanie Ramos, ABC News, New York.
Let's take a look at the COVID-19 numbers in the state and our region. The Department of Health reporting 800 additional positive cases Sunday, bringing the total to over 107,000. There were 4 new deaths reported, bringing that total to 7,118. In the region, Erie County reporting 856 total cases. Crawford County has 118. Warren County reporting 14 cases. Chautauqua County, New York is up 3, reporting 223. And Ashtabula County, Ohio, still reporting 510 total cases. And the nation continues to mourn the death of civil rights icon John Lewis. And today, he made his final journey across the Edmund Pettus Bridge. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the story.
A military honor guard carrying the casket of Congressman John Lewis this morning as it left the Brown Chapel AME Church in Selma, Alabama.
Our nation is better off because of John Robert Lewis. My life is better. Selma is better. This nation and this world are better because of John Robert Lewis.
The civil rights icon making his final journey across the Edmund Pettus Bridge today. Hundreds of mourners lining the route to watch as his flag-draped casket was carried by a horse-drawn caisson modeled after the one Martin Luther King Jr. had for his funeral. The somber journey returning Lewis to the spot where he almost died on March 7th, 1965, when Alabama state troopers attacked him and other civil rights demonstrators as they crossed that bridge demanding voting rights on what became known as Bloody Sunday. Lewis returning to the bridge year after year, bringing bipartisan delegations with him, most notably marking the 50th anniversary of Bloody Sunday in 2015, walking across that bridge with President Barack Obama, who credited Lewis with helping to make his presidency possible.
It is a rare honor in this life to follow one of your heroes. And John Lewis is one of my heroes.
Lewis now lying in state at the Alabama State Capitol in Montgomery. On Monday and Tuesday, a special tribute in Washington, D.C. to the man many called the conscience of Congress, as he will lie in state in the U.S. Capitol Rotunda before making his final journey back to Atlanta for his funeral on Thursday. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News.
And a day after coming ashore as a hurricane, Hannah battered Texas's Gulf Coast early Sunday with tropical storm force winds and rain that wrecked boats and knocked out power in some areas. Now, parts of South Texas saw as much as 9 inches of rain. Some boat owners in Corpus Christi were out Sunday to take a look at that damage.
And we kept waiting for the storm to let up. We would have went north and then they would turn and heading south. But after the fact, but we couldn't get out.
A lot of people have to find a new place to live, so you know, we're going to do everything we can to rebuild it as best we can and make it right again.
And the storm serves as the first major test for coastal states' hurricane plans as they work to secure shelter and resources while accounting for the pandemic. And coming up next on Jet 24 Action News at 11, a story of hope and lifting spirits. A young girl with a life-threatening disease is getting a helping hand from friends and family. That's after Craig's forecast. Hey, Craig.
Brian, more heat and humidity on the way to start the new work week, that is, and some storms on the way too. We'll time those out for you next.
From your news leader,